A James the Gorilla episode. James is standing in front of the grocery aisle, staring at a premium banana box. One of those with a shiny gold sticker and everything. He picks it up, sniffs it, basically falls in love. Then he checks the price. His soul leaves his body. Man, I don't have enough banana for this today. He's already about to put the box back on the shelf, head down, defeated, when the bank manager appears out of nowhere, practically in slow motion, holding a tiny, shiny piece of plastic. Relax, champ. No need to put it back. James blinks. What do you mean? Just swipe this. The plastic looks harmless. Cute little logo on it and everything. But in reality, that thing is an authorization to spend banana that isn't yours, in exchange for a promise to pay it back later. James swipes the card. The box is his. He walks out of the store feeling like a king. Except, spoiler alert, he hasn't paid a single thing yet. He just signed a commitment. A credit card, at its core, is debt disguised as convenience. When you swipe the card, you're not paying. You're promising to pay. How does this whole thing actually work behind the scenes? Every time James swipes the card, there's a whole little play happening backstage that he never once stopped to imagine. The one who pays the store right away isn't James. It's the bank. The store gets its banana immediately, smiling, and the bank is left holding a note. James owes me this one. The bank keeps a running list of every purchase James makes all month, like a secret little notebook. And on the last day of the month, it bundles everything into one single account, wraps it up nice and neat, and sends it James's way. The statement, "You've got until the 30th to pay this back," the bank says, with that polite little smile of someone who knows exactly what they're doing. If James pays it off properly, cool, the game keeps going. If he doesn't, well, we'll get to that part, because it stings. The card basically trades a bunch of small scattered payments for one single bomb at the end of the month. If you're organized, it's a huge convenience. If you're the type who kicks the can down the road, my friend, this thing destroys you very quietly, without making a sound. How does a gorilla actually get one of these cards? The bank isn't a jungle charity. It's not handing out credit cards purely out of love for the species. When deciding whether to approve the card, the bank sits there thinking, almost whispering to itself, if I lend this gorilla some banana, what are the odds he pays me back without drama? And it digs into everything. How much James earns per month and how steady that income is. What kind of job he has, whether it's formal employment or freelance. Whether he's left any forgotten debt behind before. Whether he's already juggling other debts right now. With all that on the table, the bank decides, approve or not, what limit to set, at what interest rate, with what annual fee. And here's an uncomfortable truth. If the bank offers you a tiny limit with a sky-high interest rate, it's basically saying, straight to your face, I trust you a little. Very little. The card you end up getting says less about your status and a lot more about how much the system actually trusts you. What in the world is a credit score? Imagine if the bank had to call every other bank in the jungle every single time, asking, hey, is this gorilla reliable? It'd be chaos. To fix that, they invented the credit score, a number that tries to sum up your entire financial behavior into one single scale. It peeks at whether you pay your bills on time, whether your name has ever landed on that ugly list of defaulters, whether you constantly max out your limit, how long you've actually been playing the financial game. High score, the bank thinks. This one's annoyingly responsible, but he always pays. I can trust him with more banana. Low score. The message flips completely. High risk. If I lend to this one, I'm charging extra for the headache. And here's where a cruel irony lives. The gorilla who most needs a good deal is usually exactly the one who gets the worst one. The score doesn't care whether you're a good person. It only wants to know if you're reliable when it's time to pay. Alright, but why not just use real money instead? If a card is disguised debt, why does every gorilla use it constantly? Because it comes with real advantages. And that's exactly where the game starts getting dangerous. Convenience. Nobody wants to carry a giant sack of banana in their pocket all day. Organization, at least in theory. Every expense lands on one single statement. Seems easier to track where the banana went. In practice, most people just get a shock at the end of the month and close the app. Security. A stolen card can be blocked instantly. Stolen banana is just gone. No takebacks. Subscriptions and online shopping. A lot of things only accept cards these days. Streaming, apps, travel bookings. Building history. Used wisely, the card builds your score and unlocks better credit down the road. The problem kicks in the exact moment the card stops being a tool and turns into an imaginary extension of your salary. That's the moment James looks at the numbers and thinks, I earn $3,000, but I have an $8,000 limit, so technically I have $11,000 to spend. At that exact moment, my friend, James isn't using the card anymore. He's renting himself out to the bank. The brilliant trick of rewards. The bank knows something important. If it relied purely on rationality, nobody would get excited about paying off debt with high interest, so they dress the whole thing up. Confetti, sparkle, and stickers on top of the trap. Points, miles, cashback, exclusive perks. Here's how it works. Every purchase generates little points. Those points can turn into a statement discount, a plane ticket, a hotel night. or even more banana. And to get everyone extra excited, there's always a welcome bonus right at the start. In James's head, it becomes this: I'm not spending, I'm collecting. In the bank's head, the sentence is very different. The more this gorilla spends on my machine, the more I profit off the fees. And if he slips up on payment, even better for me. A reward is only actually worth something if you were going to spend that money anyway, with no interest, without falling into the trap of buying stuff you didn't need just to watch the point counter go up. A point that cost you debt isn't a reward. It's a decoration hanging inside a cage. The card shelf. Something for every taste and every trap. There isn't just one type of credit card. There's an entire shelf full of them, each one with its own hidden trick. The basic entry-level card. Low or zero annual fee, small limit, barely any perks. This is the card the bank uses to test you first, kind of like a blind date. The store card. Discounts or special installment plans at that one specific chain, but it chains you to that store forever, like a cute little leash. The mid-tier card. Some real perks, more points, limited VIP lounge access, in exchange for a heftier annual fee. The premium card. Built for the high-income gorilla. Unlimited VIP lounges, concierge service, travel insurance, juicy point rates, and an annual fee that hurts just to look at. The secured or guaranteed card. The bank feels safer because there's extra security involved, whether that's a direct payroll deduction or cash locked up as collateral. The question should never be, which card looks the fanciest to show off? The real question is, which card actually fits how I spend and the moment I'm living in right now? The part nobody wants to face: debt. Now comes the ugly part. Take a breath. Every card debt starts with one innocent little sentence, almost affectionate: I'll just pay the minimum this month. I'll figure out the rest later. James's statement comes in at 1,500 bananas. Down at the bottom, in small print, minimum payment, 150 bananas. James lets out a sigh of relief. Phew, so it's not that bad. I'll just pay the 150 and I'm good. Nope. It's not good, James. When you pay only the minimum, you dodge some flat late fees, but the rest of the debt rolls into revolving credit, the most expensive interest zone in the entire system. What's left of the statement, in this case 1,350 bananas, starts getting charged heavy interest, usually every single month. And the following month, you already start off owing what was left, plus the interest on top, plus everything you spent again on the card in the meantime. The statement turns into a snowball nobody can hold back anymore. Every month you kick the can down the road, you're buying yourself a little time and paying a lot for it. Nobody wakes up one day owing 20,000 bananas on their card out of nowhere. It builds up little by little. It's just this month. It's I'll get organized later promise. And before you know it, half your paycheck is walking straight out the door just to feed the interest. Compound interest. The villain nobody properly introduces. Simple interest is easy to understand. You owe 100 bananas at a 10% rate. Every month you pay 10 bananas in interest. End of story. Compound interest is a whole different level of nasty. You're not just paying interest on the original 100 bananas. You're paying interest on the NW total, which already includes last month's interest. Every month you don't pay, the bank takes your updated debt and uses it as the new base for the next calculation. See the problem? The interest keeps growing because the base keeps growing right along with it. The longer you take to pay, the faster the snowball rolls, even if you've already stopped using the card entirely. The exact same force that makes your invested banana grow on its own over time is the exact same force that makes your card debt explode over time. The only question that matters is, do you want compound interest working for you or against you? The little hidden fees nibbling at your banana. Beyond the fat interest rate, the bank has other, sneakier ways of taking a little bite out of your banana. Annual fee, a monthly charge just for the privilege of having the card, even if you barely use it. Late payment penalty. On top of the regular interest, a fixed penalty gets slapped onto your statement total. Revolving and installment charges. Every time you pay only the minimum or split up your statement, more hidden cost sneaks in. Cash advance on credit. Possibly the worst financial decision in the entire jungle. Sky-high interest, plus a specific extra fee just to punish you for withdrawing. International purchase fees. Currency conversion. Foreign usage charge. Buying banana in another country always ends up pricier than it first looks. The bank's game is simple and kind of brilliant at the same time. Offer the card as if it were completely free going in, then profit off the distraction of whoever pays late, uses revolving credit, takes cash advances, or forgets about the annual fee. How to survive the card without destroying yourself. If the card is a dangerous tool, what's the smart way to handle it without blowing yourself up? A card is not a raise. If you earn 3,000 and have an 8,000 limit, you still earn 3,000. $3,000. Period. The rest is potential debt disguised as money. Never fall into revolving credit out of habit. If an emergency pushed you there once, fine, but the following month's whole focus needs to be getting out, not just continuing to live like nothing happened. Always prioritize paying the full statement. If you can't manage that regularly, the problem isn't the card, my friend. It's the size of your lifestyle relative to what you actually earn. Use the card as a record, not an excuse. Every purchase should be thought through as if you were paying cash, on the spot. The card is just the method, not the justification for the purchase. Avoid stacking up multiple cards. If you can't control yourself with one, 3 cards with $3,000 each don't add up to $9,000 in buying power. They add up to 3 separate chances to get in trouble at once. Pick a card based on value, not status. What's the point of a VIP lounge and airline miles if what you're actually buying most is bought on credit with heavy interest? And have a plan outside the card entirely. An emergency fund, spending tracking, clear savings goals. The card is an accessory. It will never be the solution. And at the end of the day, the credit card isn't a villain or a hero. It just amplifies whoever you already are with money. If you're organized and mindful, it makes life a lot easier. If you're careless, it accelerates your downfall. And it does it very quietly. No drama at all. Until you glance at your statement and get the shock of your life. So here's the question left for whoever's still watching. Are you using the card, or is the card using you? If this video opened your eyes to your own card, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments if you've ever fallen into revolving credit, or if you're part of the rare crew that always pays the full statement. In the next episode, I'll show you how to climb out of card debt without having to cut every good thing out of your life at once.